Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Mad Tinker Gaming with me, Mad Tinker. Now, I'm back for another video here, and I was wanting to do one the day before, but there was an update, so same things have been a little bit weird. Now, hold on a moment. I still have a little bit of raspy voice from the last little bit of time I've had. Was a little sick earlier. My voice, I'm not sure if it's getting better or worse. Probably worse. But anyway, the new updates come out, and in it, there are a couple of new characters that have come out that are supposedly going to be really good. But for right now, we're going to talk about the two that they have currently that are available to purchase, or we're going to be able to unlock here shortly. Crystal. She is a hero cosmic bio blaster inhuman. She has Latin potential. I'm not sure what this part is. I mean, I don't understand. But through all of her stuff here, she's just going to be a big blaster, it seems like. Attack damage applying slow for 2 turns. It's going to be great for your Inhumans. Rock NATO. Seems like it's just going to be a whole lot of damage, and you get to repeat the attack an additional time. So I mean, you're going to hit a bunch of damage. You're going to do it an extra time, and down here to repeat this attack an additional time. So probably 2 or 3 times this is going to happen. It might be just small. It looks like it's 30, 40, 50, 60, right? 70, maybe 70, 75%. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 75%. So 75% extra damage going to be tacked onto this. You're looking at 105% damage total, repeating it up to 3 times, it looks like. So you're getting a 300% damage attack on all your enemies. That's pretty good. Cold snap down here. 50% damage to all enemies, 100 damage to all enemies with slow. So they're going to be applying slows with Karnak, and it's just going to be ridiculously strong. I think these guys are going to become the next big team, but I'm kind of disappointed because we just now got the Asgardians, and I think this is just another big money grab. I'm not too fond of it. I might try to get the characters, but I'm not sure I want to sink a lot into them just yet. So this is going to be a healing one right here, clear 3 negative effects. So she's going to become a really big boost. It's if an Inhuman ally's health is full at the start of a match, the first time that ally drops below 50% health, heal them for 10% of this character's max health and clear 1 negative effect. So this is going to clear 3 negative effects. It's going to give you a bunch of extra healing. So I mean, it's going to be a big boost to your Inhumans team to get Crystal. She's going to be the little healing person that's going to keep everybody up. Karnak here is going to be decent attacker. He's going to have evade or clear evades starting at 70% damage. You're just going to keep adding damage up to it. 40%, 40%, 30%. So 40, 80, 110, 140, 170, 210% extra damage. So you're looking at a 280% damage buff. It can't be dodged. Gets extra critical percentage chance for his basic attack. It seems like it would be a solid character. Crippling blows. Attack a primary target for 70% damage. Apply slow. Chain to 1 to 2 adjacent targets for 60% damage. Applying slow. Now see, this is the key right here. Karnak is going to be one of the key components because the slow effect is what's going to trigger all the other effects for your Inhumans guys and give them boosts. And he's going to get a lot of boosts from being around Black Bolt. So in essence, if you don't have Black Bolt yet, there's no reason to sink a lot of effort into these guys. Just off the top of my head right now, getting them would be a good thing to do. But right now, like I've been telling my friends, we're getting ready to run into DD3 when it comes out. So picking your teams now, I mean, these teams may be better teams, but trying to sink all that effort into them right now to get them to where they're at, unless you are a whale or a kraken or whatever you want to call them, you're not going to be able to do that. Is going to gain a lot of focus, give extra focus to Inhuman allies, apply defense down if the random enemy does not have a positive effect. So, I mean, this is just going to be, he's going to do a lot of controllability. He's going to put slows on stuff. He's going to have good hits. The video footage of them was decent, but I enjoyed watching the video footage of the other two characters that I wanted to talk about today. Cyclops, who's going to have his own legendary event. Let's see if we can go over here to the inbox and bring some of this stuff up. Right here. We can go here and check some of this out. Okay, now this is the Marvel Strike Force website. They've got all of the 3.8 patch releases, X-Men Symbiote. So they're going to have 4 new playable characters, Karnak, Crystal, Cyclops, and the Symbiote Spider-Man. Now Karnak and Crystal are going to be the first 2 that are going to hit. Cyclops is supposed to have a legendary event in the Symbiote Spider-Man. Now they've got video footage of all these in here. Venom's got a little boost, passive on his symbiosis. He's going to apply defense up. Carnage is going to be when an enemy drops below 25% health. He's going to get his speed bar, and other symbiotes by an extra 30%, so they're going to be even faster. If you want to watch the videos on the kits, please go to this website here and do so. You can click on it. It's in everybody that plays Marvel Strike Force's inbox, and it will give you some really good information about those things, okay? Now, when I was watching these, the ones that stuck out to me the most were just pretty cool key component guys here. That, let me get this back up here so you can see the full screen again. Was just the Spider-Man, the Symbiote Spider-Man, where I said before, really great teams for beginners, and picking them out in my last video to pick them out ahead of time because you're wanting to build them up. Well, at the time, the only ones that we had thought about as Air Alliance was the Defenders, and then perhaps just doing beatdowns using your Sinister Six. But with this new Symbiote Spider-Man that'll be coming out, it's made the Spider-Verse characters healable. Okay, the Symbiote Spider-Verse characters healable. So if you can get in here and do some of those things, which I'm going to go into Blitz here and just play a couple of rounds. But your Spider-Verse characters, I mean, people kind of speculated maybe we'd get Spider-Gwen, people, you know, and that would be great. I still think we could use an extra Spider-Verse character or a Sinister Six character, because Sinister 5 just doesn't, you know, it doesn't hold up as well. But as we go through this right here, I've not been a big fan of my Spider-Verse team because I haven't really worked on them very much. But this is what you currently have. All right, you've got Spider-Man, you've got Venom, you've got Green Goblin, Carnage, and Miles. So these are the ones you've currently got. But when you get the Symbiote Spider-Man, you're probably going to take out this Green Goblin here because these symbiotes are going to work with it. And a lot of people have these guys pretty well tiered up star-wise. My Carnage isn't very well up there, but my Venom's like a few shards away. Both of my Spider-Man currently are 7 stars. So that makes them a prime option for me right now if I can get the black suit Symbiote Spider-Man and get him leveled up relatively quickly to have a decent secondary team, or maybe make them my primary team to go into Dark Dimensions 3. I do believe that the healing effect that you're going to get from the black suit Spider-Man is going to make them viable. You're still going to have to sink a lot into them, and because of that, I'm going to shift away from the Sinister Six for a while and try to focus the Spider-Verse characters, which isn't a big change for me because I was already working on the Green Goblin and everything. But now, instead of doing that, I can just focus on Carnage and Venom to get them to their 7-star potential and try to T14 out these characters. Now, I'm going to go ahead and we'll go in here and fight one of these, and we'll probably lose because my Spider-Verse is not very strong. They're only at 126,000. I've not really put a lot of effort into it, partially because, and a lot of people are going to hate me for it, I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. I haven't been. I love Venom, but I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. I like the Hulk, but in this game, the Hulk's really just kind of a big meat stick. He doesn't really do anything significant yet. And it's kind of sad to me because he's one of the more powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. But for this right here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll try to take out their heals. I hate the shield medic because I hate her bringing them back. But my primary target here is going to be the Punisher. I feel like he's one of the worst ones to get in the game. His AoE is really really awful. It's going to shoot at us a couple of times here. We're going to try to take him out using the Spider-Man quickly here. And they're going to hit my Carnage. He's one of the weakest guys in this bunch here. My Miles and my Carnage, just they're not up there at all. Now we're going to do this anti-heal with Venom. Spread it around a little bit to keep these guys from being able to do their heals. Use my Green Goblin. Hopefully he'll trigger some good stuff here. A little bit of AoE damage splashed off there. Now let's go ahead and use Carnage here to take out Crossbones. I'm not speeding this up for you so you can watch some of these animations. It's decent for me here. Now let's see here. Let's go ahead and take out Crossbones. I don't want him blowing up and hurting my team because, like I said, my Miles is not exactly strong. We'll take Miles here and slow her down so maybe she can't trigger her heal and bring any of those guys back. Boom. There we go. Slowed it down. It's all good. She'll probably drop here off of my next little hit. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just kick through with Spider-Man. Seemed like a pretty viable option. Now all I've got left is a Spider-Man here who's probably going to stun one of my guys. I'll go ahead and finish off Luke Cage. And then on to the next little bit here. We'll just go ahead and blow this guy up because I'm not going to use the same team twice in Blitz. This way I get to maximize a few points. I'm not really running this Blitz hard because, well, I've already got enough shards in my box to make War Machine already go from a 5-star all the way to a 7-star. I just don't have gold to do that. I'll go ahead and change the team one more time. And for those of you out there who are just trying to throw together some teams, I found a team that I've enjoyed playing quite a bit here. And I need to really work on my Chavez. Yeah, she's down. American Chavez is only like a 14,000 guy, but all the rest of these guys are around 30. And this is a Brawler team that I put together here. Now, most people run these three right here anyway, between Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and American Chavez. They're made for Brawlers. And you throw Spider-Man in for speed up, and then most people are putting like Deadpool or Gamora in. But I've gone to the Thing. I think he does surprisingly well in this. He's a powerhouse when he attacks, and it's fun to use some extra characters that aren't this is the status quo. But I've had really good fun with this team. They're overpowered still. Just the basic three, American Chavez, Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel, are great. Now, I just wanted to show a couple little Blitz battles here just so people have a little bit of entertainment when they're watching my stuff. We'll go ahead and take out the Punisher first using Captain Marvel's ultimate because it starts ready to go, and I really don't like the Punisher. Plus it does a little AoE at the end to damage everybody. Seems like a very useful attack in this situation. Now the next key guy I really don't like. I don't like Crossbones because he blows up, but I'm going to go ahead and target Daredevil here because I don't like him getting his counter attacks. He's a pretty powerful damager for those people who haven't been watching a lot or playing a lot or just now figuring out how to do the game. He's a pretty powerful attacker, and you can't blind him. He's got like a 200% accuracy, so he's always able to hit whether you blind him or not. So that's a big benefit for Daredevil. We'll go ahead and finish this out, and then we'll try to find something else for me to revel on a little bit. But like I was saying, we'd been talking about city teams, building a city team that could go in and do some serious damage in Dig D3. Well, this means that you and I get to go through here, and we're going to work on Spider-Verse. Now, it's going to suck right now because I don't have any training orbs, so I can't really upgrade anything super strong. I'm going to show you a couple of the other teams that I've got potentially built up here. And maybe you guys can give me some feedback as to what to do with some of these. So we'll go over here and we're going to go into my roster. Alright. Now, some of the teams I've been working on, you know, they're just going to be good teams, but everybody's looking at the cosmic teams, right? Well, I've already got a 75 Star-Lord, a 75 Thanos, 75 Rocket Raccoon, 75 Groot, and a 75 Minerva. Those are my BKT team. That's the one I'm going to sink into. And then I'm working on getting my Asgardians up to be my backup team. I think that they will be pretty useful. Their ability to self-heal, to generate heals up, will be good. Hell is at 33, Heimdall's 45, 45, 45. I do have Sif down here, she's at 30. So that gives me the full Asgardian range. And they're going to be my backup team, but right now I'm trying to sink into the BKT roster. I still feel like that will be a good one to go into DD3 for. And then my next roster that I'm working on, and you all will get to experience this with me because you're going to have the Cosmic, you're going to have City, and oh my lord, I'm having a small brain fart here. Global's the other one, right? With my Global, I've got a 75 Juggernaut, a 75 Magneto, a 75 Phoenix. I also have a 75 Ultron. Now, I do have a T-13 Deadpool and Mystique and Sabretooth and even a T-13 out Vision. But what I'm thinking about trying to do is to get my Mr. Sinister up. That's one thing that I wanted to talk about. Maybe somebody can give me some advice to make like a Brotherhood meets Marauders, running Juggernaut, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, and then put Mystique and Sabretooth together for that kind of a run. And these three right here, the Shuri, Scientist Supreme, and Falcon, are what I'm trying to build up so that I can do U7. So you all get to experience some of this build up with me. Now I can click on these characters right now, and I'm going to go ahead and sink some here into Falcon, trying to get him up. But right now, one of the worst things is, see, I can't upgrade anybody. All my training apps are done. When I started putting those guys up to 75, it just ate them away. They're gone. So as a kind of a repercussion to that, I can't go very quickly. I can't upgrade anything. I think tomorrow the roster comes out and I'll be able to upgrade some stuff relatively quickly. But I'll probably only get to do 1 or 2 characters. And I think I'm going to focus on the U7 characters for this run. I really want to get my Scientist Supreme up to 70 and start putting stuff on them. I also have a lot of T4s, and I'm not sure where to really put them. So if somebody wants to give me an advice on it, I mean, I want to do better in U7. We're getting really close. We're about 22 to 26% in my alliance, and I think that will be a good thing for me. But for right now, we're going to check out the Spider-Verse, and hopefully we can get in here. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Venom here. We're going to see if we can top him off. I'm only 15 shards away from 7-starring him, so we're going to auto win this right here. See if we can get close. Oh yeah, look, that's my luck. No Venom shards today. I'm not going to keep doing that. And I have him at 6664, so I'll get some updates on that, do some research. The next step for me is going to be to upgrade my Spider-Man and my Miles and my Carnage. My Carnage is only at 45. Like I said, I've not put a lot in here. I'll go ahead and start applying some of these things to get him up because he's going to be needed. And I feel like I can take most of these up with relative ease. I've been building them up fairly well. I've got a bunch of them at 7 stars already. Venom will get there really quickly. Carnage will be one that I have to work on. He's not even close to 6 stars yet, but he's going to be the one for me to work on. But with you guys helping me out and me able to sit here and talk about things, I think I'm going to work on the Spider-Verse. It was going to be Sinister 6, but I believe I'm going to shift to the Spider-Verse and symbiotes, because you never know, there may be more symbiotes coming out in between now and when Dark Dimensions 3 comes out. But I do want to push those, and for those of you who are trying to get into Dark Dimensions 3, I believe that will be a good team to start focusing on, as well as the Defenders. I always like to have 2 teams worked on. So I still have to work on my Defenders, and I'm going to work on my Spider-Verse. And with you guys, you get to follow me along that process. So as soon as I get some training materials, I'm going to upgrade that. And if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can receive notifications when I'm doing videos. And I'll catch you later. Bye.